In the Latakia region, people are searching for their loved ones.
Hi, Ibrahim, how are you? What kind of clothes was he wearing? Brown shoes? No, that's not him.
1 week after the deadliest attack since the fall of Bashar al-Assad, the smell of death fills the air. Bodies are piled up in this hospital. The morgues are over capacity.
My father left early in the morning to work in the lemon fields. In the afternoon, the fighting started and the area was surrounded for 2 days. We were able to reach him during this time, but afterwards we lost contact with him. We're still looking for him. We haven't found him yet.
On March 6th, forces loyal to Assad launched a counteroffensive against the new authority. What followed were several days of clashes between the two sides. According to NGOs, over 1,000 deaths were recorded, among them many Alawite civilians who belong to the same religious minority as the Assad family.
We had to flee. Our homes were being pillaged. We went into the mountains to hide.
Medical personnel at the Jabla hospital were trapped.
On Thursday morning, we started receiving wounded members of the security forces. Then the hospital was attacked, probably to capture the wounded security forces. The hospital became a 3-story battlefield with weapons, bombs and explosions.
The hospital is meant to care for the region's 700,000 residents, but is now out of service.
We are 2 groups who have come to help rehabilitate the hospital. Everything's destroyed except for the top floor. Look, in the wall, there's a trace of RPG ammunition fired from outside.
In all, 6 hospitals were affected in the Latakia region. Here in Banias, 25 kilometers from Jabla, Ahmed was shot in the shoulder and abdomen during the clashes as he came out to support the country's new authorities.
We were ambushed in the Al-Quso district. There was a group of men surrounded. We wanted to go and help them and see what was going on. As soon as we got there, the loyalists of the former regime started shooting at us. We tried to retreat, but we couldn't. I was wounded with 2 others. One of them died. May his soul rest in peace. His name was Mustafa. I lay there for 3 hours before a group came to help us.
Caught in the crossfire, many Alawite civilians were targeted as being pro-Assad loyalists. Today, they live in fear of further reprisals. This woman is one of the few willing to talk.
When I screamed, I'll never forget how the neighbors came running. I screamed out of fear. There were people knocking on my door. I'll never forget their heartfelt gesture. They were like my family. Fear is the only feeling you can't describe. You can describe pain, for example, but not fear. We feared for our lives, which are the most precious thing. We were afraid for our loved ones. May God have mercy on all those who are gone. This slaughter must end. We can endure poverty, but not death.
Even though fighting has died down, the roads are still not safe, making the work for this hospital administrator particularly challenging.
It's difficult for families to get here to identify their loved ones, which makes it difficult to document. Our hospital infrastructure has been targeted. The morgue is out of order due to a power failure. We had to bring in refrigerated trucks from elsewhere to store the bodies until they can be identified.
We drive further into the Latakia province. On the road, villages attacked, shops looted. The new authority has installed checkpoints. In addition to inspections, they return stolen goods to residents.
There were twice as many things, motorcycles and cars. We were able to return them after checking. We received alerts about stolen goods, which we confiscated and store here.
Interim President Ahmed al-Sharaa has vowed to punish all those responsible for the killings of civilians and has created 2 investigation commissions. As Syria attempts to normalize relations with the international community, all eyes are now on Damascus.